All right. So thank you for your interest in either Apogee Man or Apogee Woman. And that's what I want this entire video to be about. And I'm going to make it as quick as humanly possible. But I also need to make sure you understand just how comprehensive this entire thing is. This is such a foundation for what we're doing. Again, the mission of reclaiming sovereignty and freedom through educating the entire family. Apogee Man, Apogee Woman is designed to be an extraordinarily comprehensive educational experience for the men and the women involved. So you are going to have specific projects and challenges that you are going to take on over the course of 12 months. Now, 12 months is hard. 12 months is something that most people won't commit to. Commitment, we believe, is something that's wildly important, but it is a word that is thrown about and not really grasped anymore, unfortunately. But that's part of the reason I believe we're in, the situation that we're in. And so this educational experience is designed to give a spotlight to a number of different areas that are important for the growth of any human being. Education is important to the growth. In fact, it's inherent in who we are. It is a DNA aspect. It is a need. It is a biological requirement that we continue to grow. If we do not continue to grow, whether our body stays alive or not, we start to deteriorate. So this entire 12 months is designed to give a spotlight, give projects and challenges that are quite intense, that are tough, that are in every aspect. We start with personal psychology and the stories that you tell yourselves, and identity, and Plato's concept of the ideals. We start with that, and we get into a chief definite aim and time, not just time management, but time and energy management. We get into the physical health side of things, not just fitness, but the physical health side of things. We get into our spiritual journey, but not in we take a specific viewpoint. We actually have everybody work on challenging their own viewpoint and discussing amongst others. And that's why we bring in civil discourse as well, and logic and rhetoric, and what are the rules of engagement on great conversations. And we go into intentional relationships with our significant other, intentional relationships with our children, creating a legacy, looking at sovereignty, looking at community leadership, looking at sales, looking at marketing. And by the way, if you're not a salesperson or a marketing person, I promise it still applies to you. And then we kind of cap everything off with understanding the financial game. And we're really teaching some things that very few people are teaching about. And there are some things that are extraordinarily eye-opening that, I can almost promise even you accountants out there aren't dealing with. So it is a wildly comprehensive 12 months, but along the way, you're in a private platform, you're with another, group of amazing humans who are going through things at the same time as you, as well as some who have come before you. You're going to connect with other groups who are further down the line, who can help pour into you and say, look, this is what I did when I was at this month. And you're going to have coaches that are involved. You're going to have guest mentors that are involved. You're going to have the ability to go large group calls as well as small group calls. As we throw live events, you're going to be a part of the live events. You're going to be part of the annual gala. This is absolutely a lifelong movement. And that's another word that's such a cliche that gets thrown around, but that's really what this is. You are part of a global community if you come aboard here. And at the end of those 12 months, if you have shown up, if you have poured in, if you have put your heart and soul into this educational experience, we say two things are going to happen. One, first and foremost, you're going to change your individual bloodlines. You're going to make things better in your individual life. But two, you're going to be a part of shifting culture. And one of the most frequently asked questions, and I take this as uh, a compliment. Hey man, is this a cult? Worst cult ever, if it was a cult. This is about getting people back to character-driven, sovereign lives. Sovereign. That means you're not answering to an individual or an organization. You're designing that, and you're voluntarily in a relationship with this entire family of human beings. That's what this means. So just to prove the point right up front, if you pour in for these 12 months, you're invited to stay in perpetuity forever, no charge. Now, there are extra events. There's an extra level of education in year two that is, believe it or not, even more intense. And yes, there's live events, and yes, all of those things are there, but you are invited to stay, no charge. at the end of the road, or a very small charge, really just a charge for the platform fee, which is a nominal, like $10, $11 a month, right? To stay in. I mean, I'm talking just cover your costs. And then you are here, you're able to come to all the mentor calls, you're able to come, you are a part of this because we believe very, very strongly in what we're doing. So that is really kind of the outline of the entire 12 months of what you're looking at. This is true for Apogee Man, Apogee Woman. Some of the projects and challenges are very much the same because they apply to men and women. Some of the projects and challenges are very different because some only apply to men, some only apply to women. But regardless, the mission is the same. And the platform and the layout is the same. So hopefully we'll see you in Apogee Man or Apogee Woman soon.